Let me ask you something. Have you ever had that feeling that you're being watched? That someone's eyes are just glued to you? You ever have that feeling where you're just not alone? Where you're being followed?
Alright, I'm gonna be real, the last part didn't happen, but it was for dramatic effect. And you do have to admit that the deep voice was kind of cool. Shout out Voice Mod, I love using that application. I really need to use it more, I just never think to. But anyways, as always, if there's just random cuts, it's because I just don't have the capability to focus on more things at once. So if I just stop talking or I say a lot like I just caught myself doing, just please bear with me, I'm learning. But I am trying to get into the storytelling genre, which is what today's video is. Now, I told myself I wasn't going to go over 10 minutes, but with the stories, I tend to go on a tangent and ramble, so just please bear with me. And also, in my video, Let's Talk, where I said I was going to start uploading more, and you're probably wondering, dude, you've been back for 4 days and you haven't done anything. I have a legitimate excuse now. My beautiful, amazing girlfriend had gotten me a Nintendo Switch, and I've been playing that thing religiously. Now you're probably thinking, Nintendo Switch, are you gonna record it? Which, to your question, good sir or good ma'am, yes I am. I am playing one game right now just on my own. Me and my girlfriend have been trying to complete it. It is Luigi's Mansion, which we have been religiously playing. Comes home and then we just chill in the room and play. We just take turns. When one of us dies, we just switch. And so far, I can say I've never finished a story game before. Hard to believe. I've always been a multiplayer guy, so I'm really trying to tell myself that I can finish one, and I'm halfway through, just about. But enough about what I've been doing. So today's video that I want to talk about is something that actually happened last night, and I really wanted to just record it so I can just get it out of my system. Not out of my system, but just before I forget. There's nothing that made me mad or anything, or it's sad. It was just in my head. I'm like, it's quick and it's too good not to post. But as the title states, yes, I was accused of stealing while working, and my accuser, that sounds way worse than it is, I'm sorry. The man that accused me of stealing was a customer, and so let me give you a brief rundown of what I do. So currently I work at a store. I'm not going to even say it because it's a pretty popular chain, and I'm not going to dox myself by being stupid and saying the name of it, because a lot of you guys know the state / where I live. I'm a very open person, sometimes not for the best. But hopefully I'm not going to be at this job too long. It's not been the greatest of experiences due to the fact that it's just so poorly ran that I don't even think they know my name. And if I was to just leave one day, I don't really even think they'd notice, but that's a different story for a different day. I work the overnight shift, which absolutely sucks, because I'm a nighttime person. I like getting all my things done at night, and I hate sleeping during the day as much as my girlfriend can attest to that I sleep all day. It's just because I'm just tired. But I would rather sleep all night and just get my stuff done during the day, like streaming and uploading and all that good stuff. But what I do at my job is I just stock shelves during the night. I work from 10 p.m. to usually at the latest at 7 a.m. and all I do is stock shelves, organize it, make it look all nice and purty. So last night was what we call a non-load night, which means there was no boxes to really put up. We're just making the store look nice, right? And the cool thing about my job is, yes, we do have to wear, black clothes. We have to wear all black. We don't have to wear like a uniform or anything. It doesn't have to have like the company logo on it or anything like that. We don't have to match with everybody else because, I don't know, the shirts are just uncomfortable. If you know me, I'm a very simple guy. I like t-shirts. So we kind of just wear what we want as long as it's, plain black, the basic and so I'm just doing my thing, just looking at all the items, and I have to look at all the items because I have to make sure that, items aren't mismatched, because then if a customer buys it and it's worth more than it is, they just get pissed and then they're on my ass about it, which I already don't care enough to. So it's just easier for everybody if I just do it. And so I'm doing that, I'm looking at the prices, and I have this feeling that there's somebody with me, which I work for an hour with customers, because obviously if you think that I work in the middle of the nights, which I do, I don't work with customers because we're usually closed. So I'm with customers for about an hour. So I help a few customers here and there, but mainly I don't want to deal with the customers. I just want to get my shit done. And also because I only work one side of the store, I usually don't know shit about the other side, and they're like, hey, where's this? I'm like, please don't ask me. Just looking around, making sure everything's straight, neat, whatever. And I feel like someone's looking at me, which I know you've all felt that feeling before. Like their eyes are on you for really no reason. You're not sure why, but you have that feeling. And so I'm looking around. What the fuck was that? And so I'm looking around, and I notice there's a gentleman looking at me. Which usually, when a customer gives you that stare, it's either, hey, I need help, come help me. I don't care enough to come ask you, you just need to understand. Which, by the way, one time, did I ever tell you when I worked at a pet store, a lady whistled at me like I was a dog? I'm going on a tangent, but that pissed me off. So anyways, this guy's looking at me. He was wearing a hat. He was buying 11 o'clock at night, and he's buying those things called, you plug it in, it makes your house smell good if you smell like shit. So he's giving me that look, like he's staring me down hardcore. And before I even get to ask him, hey sir, do you need something? He looks at me and he goes, where's your shopping cart? Which is kind of a weird question to ask, you would think, because some people don't need a shopping cart. Some people are going in for like one or two things. So that question off rip was just, it's kind of odd. So I'm looking at him like, I don't have one. Do you need one? And he goes, no, I don't. Staring at me a little bit more. Like he just stopped talking, and he was just staring at me a little bit more. I'm very uncomfortable. And then he says, you look a little off. Gee, thanks, man. I already don't want to be here. Now you're making me feel bad. Like, what do you mean I look off? What does that mean? And so I'm just standing there like, what am I supposed to say to that? He goes, you just look suspicious. And again, what did I do? I'm standing right in front of him with clearly nothing in my pocket. My pocket has my phone and my AirPods in it. If I wanted to steal, I would have left already. I'm not that stupid. So a lot of people claim that I am. He was like, do you work here? So I tell him yes. And he just looks at me like he just has that look of no faith. I just don't think he believed me. So then he was like, okay. So then I think the conversation's over. I'm just uncomfortable. I don't know what this dude's problem is. Like, you're buying an Airwick at 11 o'clock. Like, go home to your family. And finally, like, he's still just giving me that death stare. And he was like, while you're asking and while you're here, can you go get me a shopping cart? It's a store. You go get it. Being is in a position I just can't say no to. He's still just giving me that look. And at this point, I want to just say, dude, get out. My boss walks over to me and he goes, hey man, here's your list of stuff I need you to do tonight. And I'm looking at this dude like, see that? You see my actual boss at my actual job where I actually work? Get fucking owned. So he looks at me and he mumbles something, and then he just giggles and walks away. It was like the most uncomfortable situation I've ever been a part of. And I get it. If you know me like in real life, I don't speak that much, but I at least present myself like I'm there. Right? I don't know why I'm asking you that. None of you know me IRL. I feel like I make myself known, even though 3 of my coworkers also thought I was just some guy loitering around the store. But I'm just not a talkative person. So I did hope you enjoyed that little tale. And then also, I figured since you listened this far, I would throw in this clip just for your enjoyment. I attempted to hit a trick shot, which was a horrible attempt at a trick shot, but it turned into a nice little 3-piece, which was freaking sick. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that clip, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Thanks for listening. We'll be back soon with another story time and also some Nintendo Switch content coming soon. Bye-bye. Oh my god, that was actually kind of cool.